Hey everyone, and welcome. Get ready, because today we're going to unlock a huge secret. The key to being the boss of every single robot and smart machine out there? Well, it isn't some special gadget, it's actually something you have right now. Let's dive in.
Yep, I'm talking to you. And I'm serious. You have a real-life, honest-to-goodness superpower that you use every single day, probably without even knowing it. So, what do you think it is? It's your brain. That's right. That amazing, creative, idea-making machine inside your head is way more powerful than the biggest, fastest computer on the entire planet. And today, we're going to learn exactly how to use that power so you can be the master of all those smart machines.
All right, so every great boss needs a great set of tools, right? Well, guess what? Your brain comes with a special built-in problem-solving toolkit, and it's packed with everything you need to figure out any puzzle you can imagine.
Now, this toolkit has a really fancy name. It's called computational thinking. Whoa, that's a mouthful, I know. But don't worry, it's actually really simple. It's just the name we give to your brain's awesome toolkit for building cool stuff, like, for example, this incredible Lego dragon.
So, inside your toolkit, there are 4 magic steps. First up is decomposition. That just means you take a giant problem, like building a whole dragon, and break it into smaller jobs, like building the tail, then the wings, and then the head. See? Easy. Next is pattern recognition. That's when you notice things like, hey, the left wing looks exactly the same as the right wing. You found a pattern. Then you've got abstraction. This is just focusing on the big picture, like the dragon's cool shape and color, and ignoring the little boring details. And finally, you create algorithms. That's like writing a recipe, a list of step-by-step instructions, so a friend could build the exact same dragon. You already do this all the time.
Okay, so you've got your brain's superpower all ready to go. Now, every hero needs a sidekick, right? So it's time for you to meet yours.
I want you to meet artificial intelligence, or what everyone calls AI. Just think of AI as a super-duper smart robot helper. It's like having a friend who has somehow read and perfectly memorized every single Lego instruction book ever made. Wow, right?
So how does it get so smart? Well, if you said, hey AI, help me build a castle, the AI has already studied millions of pictures of castles from all over the world. It uses all that information it learned to give you really cool ideas to make your castle totally epic. It really is an expert helper.
But wait a second. If the AI is so smart, what's our job? What are we supposed to do? Well, this is the most important part of the whole story.
Let's play pretend. I want you to imagine that you are the captain of a giant ship sailing on the ocean. You've got the cool captain's hat, the telescope, the whole thing. And the AI? Well, that's your trusty first mate, standing right there beside you, ready for your orders.
Now, your first mate is amazing at certain kinds of jobs. I mean, it's a super hard worker, it never gets tired, and it follows your instructions perfectly. But what kinds of jobs is it really best at?
The AI is fantastic at things like scrubbing the deck over and over and over again, or checking the map 1,000 times to make sure you're on the right course. Basically, it's a champion at any job that's a little bit boring and needs to be done really, really fast without ever getting tired.
But here is the one thing you must never, ever forget. No matter how fast your first mate works, you are the captain. You have the big idea. You have the creativity. You're the one who looks out at the ocean and decides, that's the island we're going to sail to.
Now, sometimes your super smart AI helper can get things a little confused. It might look at all its information and suggest something kind of silly. You know, like saying, Captain, my analysis suggests we should put a window on the floor of the castle.
And that's your moment. As the captain, you hear that and you stop and you think, hold on a second, a window on the floor? That doesn't sound right at all.
And you'd be right, because that's your most important job of all. You are the supervisor. You use your amazing human brain to catch those goofy mistakes and make sure that the final plan is smart, safe, and actually makes sense.
So how do we give our instructions to our AI first mate? Well, we have to use a special kind of secret language, a secret code.
Now, an AI is super fast at writing this computer talk, which we call code. But, and this is a really big deal, when you learn to code, it's different. You don't just write instructions, you actually understand why they work. It lets you be creative. It lets you tell your own stories and build your own worlds. Seriously, you can think of it this way. Every time you code, you're doing push-ups for your brain. It teaches your mind how to think in clear, logical steps, and it turns you into a total logic master.
We're getting close to the end of our journey, and I've saved the most important rule for last. This is the golden rule that every single great captain and every great hero must always, always follow.
This rule is all about being ethical. Now I know, that sounds like a big, grown-up word. But all it really means is one simple thing: being fair and being kind. That's it. Because as the captains, we have a huge responsibility. It's our job to teach these smart machines our golden rule. We have to make sure that they're fair to everyone, that they're kind, that they don't ever leave anyone out, and that their most important job is to help make the world a better, happier place for all of us.
And all of this brings us back to the biggest secret we talked about. The most important, most powerful, and most amazing part of any computer, any robot, or any AI is the human who's in charge. That's you.
So you have the superpower of your brain, you have your problem-solving toolkit, and you know deep down that you are the captain. So the only question left is this: how will you use your superpower to build a better, kinder, and happier world? The adventure is just beginning.